Hello, and welcome to the Grey Warrior's Heart. This is my first recording, and I wanted to introduce to you this new channel and what it is going to be about. It's been a while now. I said to myself that I am here for a reason. I have a mission, I have a purpose to fulfill, and I have some really serious work to do on this planet. So here I go. I had my spiritual awakening back in 2012, and it was really powerful. It was very, very powerful. Like most spiritual awakenings, it was triggered by pain. And they say that pain is the greatest teacher, and it's very, very true. Pain is definitely the greatest teacher, because when you had enough of pain, then you decide to change finally, and it becomes like a conscious unconscious, or an unconscious conscious decision that's it. The suffering is too great, and I can no longer stay where I am. I have to evolve. I have to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, even sexually. It's all about growth and evolution. So I decided at that moment, when I learned to tune into my heart and extract wisdom out of it, the wisdom of the heart, or the teachings of the heart, if you will. And this is why I call this channel the Grey Warrior's Heart. And I will explain to you what the Grey Warrior is, and why I chose this title, this name, how I became a Grey Warrior. The Grey Warrior is, for example, if you have watched Star Wars, and you know that Star Wars was very inspired by Joseph Campbell, and the hero's journey, and it was very inspired by alchemy and esoteric philosophy and spirituality, ultimately. So when you become a Jedi, when you become a Master Jedi is a warrior that has mastered himself, his mind, and the energy that goes through him, and he or she knows how to utilize this energy for good purpose or bad purpose. And this is what I want to talk about. In the universe, as much as in our psyche, everything is about light or darkness. Okay, and we all have both aspects. We all have light aspect to our psyche, to our personality, to our character, and we also have dark aspects of our psyche. And the most important thing excuse me, as you are starting to work on yourself and explore your psyche to find out who you are inside, you will dive into both these aspects of your psyche. So very often when your spiritual awakening happens, it's a very powerful explosion of remembering, because we never really learn anything new. Ultimately, we know everything there is to know about the universe. Everything is inside the heart. The roadmap is inside our heart. But what we need to do is learn to tune in with our heart, to reconnect to our heart, because our heart ultimately is connected to the universal heart, the core of the universe, if you will, where everything started and where everything will end and start again. Because it's never ending, it's all infinite. So once you explore the light is inside the heart. Okay, the light is life, unconditional love, compassion, respect, all the positive attributes and factors that you can imagine. And the darkness very often is inside the mind, because we are slaves of our mind. Most of us are anyway. And our mind is where the darkness resides, because our mind can lie to us. Our heart can never lie to us. The heart always speaks the truth. The heart knows everything. The heart is multidimensional. The heart is timeless, which means that it knows the future on every possible timeline, all the infinite quantum possibilities. The heart knows everything. The heart is the true guide that you want to merge with. Now, the mind can trick you, and it certainly does. Okay, especially once you understand how the mind works and how the brain works. The fact that you have a duality in the mind. You have, once again, the light and the darkness inside the mind, yin and yang. Okay, so inside your mind, the light is the conscious awareness. What you have in your conscious awareness is things that you can see, because you can shine your light onto these things. Okay, and then a major aspect of your mind, because we haven't mastered our mind as a species, is the dark side of our mind, which is our unconscious mind, if you will. And it's very difficult to see what is in there because it's dark. And, most of us can't see in the dark unless we have a very powerful light. And this is what spiritual alchemy is about. It's about harvesting that light and learning to work with that light. Get that light to become brighter and brighter and brighter, so that you can shine it onto the darkness of your mind, your unconscious mind, and discover more about yourself, learn about yourself, and ultimately learn about the universe, because ultimately we are the universe. The universe is inside of us and is outside of us. As they say in esoteric philosophy, as above, so below, as within, so without. What is happening in space is happening right inside our DNA at a molecular level. So it's very important to explore our mind, and not only our mind and our heart. As I said, it's all about light and darkness. In Kabbalah, they always say that there are different planes of existence. So you got the spiritual plane of existence, the plane of consciousness, if you will, spirit, soul, okay, the spiritual plane, the highest of all, vibrating at the highest frequency. Everything is about energy, frequency, vibrations. So the highest possible vibration is the soul, the spirit. Below that, we have the mental realm. Everything is mental. If you look into the 7 Hermetic principles, which I will break down in another recording, you will see that everything is mental. The universe is mental. It's all one big giant mind. And your mind, my mind, our mind is a manifestation of this giant mind. Just as we are made of billions of tiny little cells and particles. Okay? So you got the mental realm. Below the mental realm, we have the emotional realm, the realm of emotions. Okay, emotions are energy in motion. You can feel emotions inside your body, and very often your emotions are triggered by your mind, by your thoughts, by the mental realm. Okay, it goes down, it travels down the realms, okay, from the spiritual to the mental to the emotional. And as the energy travels down through these realms, it travels down from the emotional to the physical. Okay, and that's where you can truly sense these energies inside your body, or you can express these energies through your actions, through your words and actions. Okay, and there is another plane of existence, which is the sexual plane of existence, which is the lowest physical vibration. Okay, you can make it vibrate really, really high if you know how. If you look into Tantra, if you look into sacred sexuality, if you look into the very old art that was performed by the pharaohs of ancient Egypt, and even before that, at the time of Atlantis and Lemuria. So these are the 5 planes of existence that are spoken about in Kabbalah. Kabbalah is the Jewish mysticism, the Jewish branch of mysticism. There's different traditions when it comes to mysticism, different mystical traditions, and I suggest that you have a look at them. You will definitely learn a lot about yourself and about the universe. But putting this to the side for now, exploring your mind and exploring your heart. I always speak about the yes man and the no man. The yes man is inside the heart. The no man is hiding in the darkness, inside your mind, inside your head. So I always said the no man inside the head, the yes man inside the heart. In your heart are all the teachings that will make you evolve, all the teachings that will make life grow and evolve. I'm talking about the core of the universe, the core of your heart, the very, very core, the spark, the light inside your heart, the light that created everything. This is where you can extract the teachings from, the teachings of the heart, which is what I will do my best to share with you so that you can evolve. Ultimately, my mission is to connect to my core, to my heart, and to share its wisdom with you, with everyone, anyone at all that is listening, regardless of your race, gender, ideas, sexual orientation, religion. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you are brought to these teachings, it means that you are in touch with your heart. And if you are in touch with your heart, then you have a lot of things to learn, which is great. It's great. So do I. We're all long-time students. I will always regard myself as a student first. As a very wise man once said to me, the best way to learn is to teach. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to spend my time and energy, or some of it at least, to share this wisdom with you guys. So in order to go back to what I was saying, let's go back to the yes man and the no man. The yes man is the voice inside your heart that wants you to evolve, the voice that is always positive, the voice that always tells the truth, the voice that always speaks in forms of affirmations, the voice that says, yes, you can do this, keep going and you will make it, you're good enough, you can make it, you deserve this, you are a winner. Okay, this voice. And you can bring that to the first person. These are the principle of autosuggestions or self-hypnosis, if you will, and some aspects of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. I am successful. I am great. I am perfect. I am evolving daily. I am facing my fears now. I am in touch with the universe. I am present. I am doing my breath work every day. I am meditating every day. You see how powerful these words are. I and am are very, very powerful words, because whatever you put after these two words is what will become your reality with enough repetition. Repetition is the mother of all skills. If you keep repeating something in your mind over and over and over and over again, particularly if you find the right time to do it, when the veil between your conscious and your subconscious mind is thin, then you can get some really good results. So this is the voice of your heart, the yes man, the positive voice that wants you to evolve, the positive voice that will help you embody the best version of yourself. This is the voice that you want to listen to. This is the voice that you want to become. You want to become that voice consciously. Okay? If you become that voice, then only good things will happen. Now, about the no man. The no man is usually very loud in your head, being very negative. Okay, this is the voice that wants you to sink. This is not the voice that wants you to elevate, to raise, to ascend to the next level of consciousness. This is the voice that wants you to sink and fall, the fall of consciousness. This is the voice of procrastination, the voice of fear, the voice of anxiety, the voice that tells you, nah, you're not good enough. Nah, you don't need to do that now. Just do it tomorrow. Nah, you just give up. You just give up. It's too difficult. Yeah? Do you recognize this voice? This is the voice of self-sabotage, the voice that you want to avoid at all costs. And unfortunately, it is also the voice that is easier to listen because it's louder. It's much, much louder. So be very careful about these two voices, the yes man and the no man, or the yes woman and the no woman, or the yes boy and the no boy, or whatever you want to identify with. There is a voice that says yes, that is usually much quieter than the other voice because it's inside the heart. And there is another voice that says no, and that's usually very, very loud. So be really careful, be conscious, do your best to be present. Think about your breath. Think about the way that you breathe. It must be regular. It must be the same. It must be proportionate, so that you can focus on to the yes man, the voice that says yes inside the heart. It takes a conscious decision to learn to focus on that voice. And my job here on these recordings that I will share with you will be to help you connect to that voice in your heart and get the teachings of your own heart, which ultimately will be very, very similar. They are all the same. The teachings of the heart are the same teachings, but if you learn yourself to connect to your own heart, then you will get the exact teachings that you need because your heart knows you better than anyone else, you know. So focus on all this. I will give you as much as I can, as much as I'm being given. I will do my best to channel as much good things for you as I can, as regularly as I can, so that you can benefit from it. I will do more and more recording. The subjects will be different every time, but it will always be about light and darkness. Now to go back to the Grey Warrior. Why Grey Warrior? Because I was talking about Star Wars and the light Jedi and the Sith Jedi who follow the dark side of the Force. So there is a light side and there is a dark side. There is a positive and negative side, just like on a battery. This is the electromagnetic flow of the universe. Unconditional love is the most positive energy of all, and fear is the most negative energy of all. You will experience both in your life. This is what human condition is about. This is what the human experience is about. You will dive into the light, especially when your spiritual awakening happens. You will realize who you are, what you are, the fact that you're part of something so much greater, so much larger, that we're all one. We're all part of one giant organism. And ultimately, we're all children of the light. We're made of light. That's what we're made of. We're made of stardust, are we not? This is what consciousness is made of. And this body that we live in is crystallization of the consciousness that we are. It's crystallized consciousness. And everybody's body is different. Everybody's mind is different. Therefore, everybody expresses themselves differently and experience differently. So once you dive into the light and you realize that you're a good person that wants to help people, you're a good person that wants to be happy and wants to help other people be happy, then you will truly merge with your heart. For some of you, it will be the first time that you ever did. For some of you, it will be something that you already know. Like I said, we never really truly learn anything new. We remember, because we already know everything. We already know all these things. The truth is that everything that I'm telling you right now, you already know this. It's inside your heart. And your heart right now is telling you that I'm telling the truth, because the truth can recognize the truth. A heart will always recognize its own. So you dive into the light, and eventually you will also dive into the darkness. You will have to do some shadow work, like Sigmund Freud or Carl Jung. They have dived really, really deep into the depth of the dark side of the human psyche, the unconscious mind. And that's what everyone needs to do. This is part of spiritual enlightenment as well. This is part of finding the right balance between the light and the darkness. So you also need to explore the dark side. You also need to explore the dark aspect of your psyche to understand your demonic nature, if you mean, because I believe that we are hybrids between angels and demons, all of us. That's why we are dual. That's why there is a yes man and a no man. That's why there is a voice that says yes and a voice that says no. We have an angelic nature and we have a demonic nature. And our work, the great work of spiritual alchemy as a human being, as consciousness, is to find the perfect balance between our angelic self and our demonic self, because only in balance is stillness. There is stillness in balance, and there is balance in stillness. It's all about finding the perfect equilibrium between the two energies. So look into spiritual alchemy, the great work of alchemy. Look into the two hemispheres of your brain, the left brain, the right brain, and how to find the right balance between the two to reach your full potential. Look into the pineal gland and how to clean it, how to decalcify it. Look into the right diet. Look into all these things. Exercise daily, breath work, meditation. Look into all these things. Once you find the balance between the light side and the dark side, which is quite difficult, I like to use the analogy of a ship in the sea, in the ocean. When there is a big storm, an enormous storm in the ocean, so you got big waves and tornadoes and wind and everything. It's very, very difficult to keep your ship up and stable. It takes a really, really good sailor to keep his ship up and stable, because your ship wants to rock left and rock right, and if it rock too far either side, it will tip over and sink. This is the energy. The energy wants to make you sink, the energy of the storm, and you have to keep your ship up and stable in the storm. Okay? So that is the best analogy that I can find, because, like I said, there is two energy. We are dual by nature. Love and fear. Unconditional love and fear. And we have to find a balance, the perfect equilibrium between the light and the darkness. If the darkness is black and the light is white, once you mix these two colors, what do you get? You get the color gray. And this is why I call myself a gray warrior, because I am only now starting to find a balance between both these energies. And I'm not saying that I'm there or anything. I'm not calling myself enlightened or anything. We're all on a different path, and we're all at a different level on our path to enlightenment. Okay, it's all about growth and evolution. It's about the evolution of our DNA and the evolution of consciousness. So call myself a gray warrior because I've explored both the dark side and the light side, and I still am. And it's very difficult to keep my ship upside down and be a good sailor in the storm. So I invite you to look into these aspects of your psyche. Look into your fears. Look into what you love to do the most. And practice gratitude. This is very, very important, and something that really, really helped me in my life to ease the suffering is to express gratitude. I'm going to use another analogy now. Imagine that the universe is like your parents. The universe has no gender. It has both and maybe even more genders. The universe is masculine and feminine at the same time. So see the universe as your father and your mother. Your father and your mother buy you toys when you are a kid because they want you to have fun and play. Now, if you are a good boy and you express gratitude, you show gratitude by really having fun with these toys and be a grateful little kid, then your parents eventually want to buy you more toys, more things for you to play with, for you to learn, for you to become smarter, for you to grow up and evolve. And that's the way that things work. But if you are an ungrateful little brat, as they say, and you express discontent and ungratefulness, then your parents don't want to buy you any more things, because you have to learn. You have to learn to be content with what you have. You have to learn to be grateful for what you have. So the universe works exactly the same way. The universe is like a giant mirror. It's like the reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection. It never started and will never end. We are specks of light. That's what we are. So this is the way that the universe works. What you put in there is what you get out. So express gratitude every morning when you have some time, especially when the veil between your conscious and your subconscious mind is thin. Express gratitude. Do your soul work then. Say thanks. Give thanks for the simple fact that you are alive. How many people died last night and you weren't one of them? You woke up this morning healthy, strong. Yeah? So give thanks for that. That's the very first thing. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful for the amazing friends that I have in my life. I'm grateful for the good situations that I'm having to face in my life. I'm grateful for the great opportunities, the work opportunities, and the opportunities that give me a chance to evolve and develop myself and grow. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my heart and its teachings. When you look into the positive, when you look into the yes aspect of things, you will find a lot of things to be grateful for. And it will bring you more and more and more. And that is the secret of expressing gratitude. It's a very, very powerful practice. Okay. The more you express gratitude, the more the universe wants to give you. That's just the way that it is. Now, if you listen to the no man, and the no man says, oh, I don't have this, I'm not happy because I don't have this, I will only be happy when I get this, but I don't have it yet, so yeah, and I want this, but I don't have it, oh, look at that person, he's got this and I don't. And this is the no man. This is the voice inside your head that wants to lower your vibratory frequency, lower your vibrations. If you listen to that voice, it's going to be very difficult for you to be positive and express gratitude. So the best way to tackle the no man is to become the yes man. Completely embody the life, completely embody the light, completely embody the voice inside your heart. Become your heart, and you will always make the right decisions. I really hope that you enjoyed that first recording. I will do more and more. Remember, wherever you are, I love you all.